baby. TGOD, baby, no, that's a gang. Crazy girls after the game. We throwing hundreds, we going insane. Pouring this. Dead homies got me pouring this. We get awards, but we give God the glory. I'm shooting my shot, and most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury, we the champions. Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory, straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My spot superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Feeling like I can't miss. Baby, it's all in the wrist. You really wanna be the boss, it's expensive. Ain't the real champ if you never defend it. Put in that work, I'ma make them remember. I just broke down hella trees, yelling timber. Stand in the line, they put me in the center. It blow they mind when they see how I'm winning. Went back and doubled up, now you in trouble. My all hustle, my diamonds are huddled up. TGOD got this off the muscle. Ask me about my life, man, I love it. Got so many rings, I need room for another one. Been through the pain, now it ain't no more struggle. My team win the game, put our face on the cover, brother. We the champions.
Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory, straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Tonight we're on to week 2 in the NFL season, as we've got a good one here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are, as we are off and running on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Throwing at the outset, here's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Looking for Kelce there, but it's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off.
That boy Millie goes stupid, don't he, cuzzo?
And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Makes the score, Chargers 7, Chiefs 0. Justin Hopkins will kick off for the Chargers.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. From the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And they're going to get this up to midfield. The Chiefs had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Going deep to the end zone for Juju. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I think he just made the punter a little bit jealous there. There was some serious hang time on that ball. Deep downfield, and while it didn't connect, it certainly sent a message, didn't it?
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Escape, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
On fourth down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. DeAndre Carter back deep. He's going to field this at the 4. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 15. Here's a 6-year man, Austin Eckler, trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Nick Bolton there on the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. George Karlaftis in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Herbert now. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there. And now 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, they matched their opponent's pick 6 from earlier. Those are some crucial points, and they prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. That's where the opposing offense. You wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and make a counterattack.
So we'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well?
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front They won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On second down, Eckler. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
Now sticks to put this offense in a precarious position. We know this is turn the point of attack, especially against the big-minded guys in the middle. This game has got to be priority one.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Losers in the season opener on Sunday, they get that quick turnaround 96 hours later. Here we go. They're back at it. And I've got to think, especially early in the year, that's a good thing for these guys, is it not?
It absolutely is, and we've seen it many times demonstrated over the years. Teams have a rough opening game, have to play the Thursday game. That quick turnaround allows them to go ahead and throw the other game out, focus on the new one, and typically they play much better.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. What a game this has turned out to be for him. Remember, CD, he had the turnover earlier, and now the pick 6, that's the cherry on top.
You're absolutely right about that. When you force a turnover on defense, you're the guy most excited about getting back out there and trying to force another one. How about him picking up that pass, setting his sights on the end zone? You know he wasn't going to be denied getting there either.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
But I ain't throwing your ass another one, fam.
2 nice interceptions. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Mahomes now to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
With every game, with every season, Travis Kelsey, he just confirms his greatness. Streak of 1,000-yard seasons is now up to 6, and he's made 7 straight Pro Bowls, and his numbers have ranked him among the best tight ends to have ever played in the NFL. Another first down right there to add to his career total.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On second down, they'll run it here. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce as time expires in the first half. And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Butker on for the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
They've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
On first down, it's Herbert. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Eckler now between the tackles, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Eckler going to get it again on second down. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
But he's there defensively. Touchdown! Josh Palmer, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers have got it back to within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. From the 10. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, They know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Mahomes, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Meanwhile, Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman. And he'll be brought down at the 27. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take, catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
3rd quarter action from Kansas City, 2nd down and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down. On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's Eckler again. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Up the middle with Eckler. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Number 7 now coming up on the ground. 3rd and 5. Here's Herbert. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So on comes the kicker, Dustin Hopkins, in a big spot. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep the lead at 8.
Wow, that qualifies as a bad miss because anything inside of 40 should be automatic. That's a big mistake right there.